BNB, we start with monthly chart. And if you refer to my last analysis, after we get this move, we discuss how we can look for trade. And we mentioned we can look for daily correction or deeper correction. And this is what we get. And even based on monthly, we see we have that correction. Anyway, now we want to see whether we can look for continuation and whether the price can break the all-time high or not. Anyway, we move to lower time frame, we move to weekly chart, and we mentioned with the breakout of the all-time high, we can look for 890 following by 1130 at least. All right. And this is the correction we're looking for. And we don't want to see the breakout of the 500. The only thing is how we can look for trade based on lower time frame. Either we should wait to see the breakout of the all-time high before we look for the trade. I mean, the next trade setup as a buy, or we can take the trade within this correction. Okay, this is where we have to be quite careful for those they want to buy as a long term, because if we buy at the top and the price couldn't break the all-time high when we see the next deep correction, then this is something that we have to be quite careful. We don't want to be in that situation. Okay, that's why the breakout of the all-time high, and if you get any opportunity for buyers after we see the breakout of the all-time high, will be the best. And if we move to lower time frame, if we move to daily chart, in my last analysis when the price was here, we discussed about this one. This is what we get. And right now, this one turned to quite complex, and we can expect the price drop, consolidate here for longer time before we see the continuation. Okay. The only thing is, for me, if I want to look for buy, I prefer to buy at the lowest price of this correction. If the price drop, we see there is no continuation, we see the reversal, I will take the trade. If we want to buy at the mid of this correction, we have to look for trade based on lower time frame, like 1 hour as a short term. Okay. And at this point, I'm not really interested to look for buy or sell. Either I wait to see the next drop, then if I see any reversal, I will take the trade, or we see the breakout of this correction. That means at this point, for me, I prefer to wait. Okay. And even we should know if the price continue, we have to be quite careful about this. We want to see how the price will break the top of this correction because of this divergence. Okay. And whenever I say we have to wait, because we want to get the better trade setup. Okay. Simply, we cannot take the any trade, but it depends on the strategy the traders are using. For me, I'm not really interested to look for buy. At this point, I don't see any trade setup. And if we move to lower time frame, and even based on forward chart, if we see the continuation will be as a short term, this one can tend to flat for one move up. I'm not really interested. And how about if we move to 1 hour chart? Similar explanation. Because even if you want to look for buy, we have to put the warranty above the top. Okay. Most of the chart, if you look at the most of the chart, we see we are within the correction. That's why we have to wait and get the proper trade setup. We see the confirmation for continuation before we take the next trade. That's why most of the chart, when we look at the chart, we end up with this conclusion that we have to wait because we don't see the trade setup. All right. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.